All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna talk about it. I took a break from YouTube. See, it's been a while. I can't even pronounce things right in front of the camera anymore. I'll be honest, it was not planned. The reason I have it written as I quit YouTube for 30 days in the title is kind of ironic. I didn't plan for this to happen. First and foremost, I want to make it clear. My life is not anything crazy. I don't have any sort of insane level of responsibility that I'm gonna act like I have, but I have responsibility to some things. I have always been on top of my school. I have always been able to manage everything fine. But you know, I'm getting to the end of my graduate year and I did need to take some more focus on school, some more focus on the year that will make or break kind of going into my real personal life, professional career, I should say. And I have some other goals that I can't currently talk about due to certain rules that I will be able to talk about once this year is over, that I will be excited to talk to you guys about all the time. But basically I took a year off. It wasn't that long. I took 30 days off of YouTube and I wanted to go in this video and talk to you guys about what that was like, what I've been doing, and what my plans are coming back so that I can make sure you guys understand that I'm here. I always, I don't want to say always, but yeah, I most likely will be here for a long time. I think any sort of these stints like these, maybe I should have said something. Maybe I should have mentioned that I just got stuff going on, but I'm happy to be back because I wanted to be here the whole time. But there was a sense in my life of needing a little bit, just a little bit of like, all right, let's focus on some of the things that you need to focus on right now. So kind of taking this break started when I realized I needed to focus on like finding a job, post-career or post-college. I always have known that, but I leveled up my job research a little bit. You know, I went more in depth in regards to consistently applying for jobs. I had multiple interviews that I had throughout the past month. I think they went well. I had a lot of situations where, yeah, I'm not done with school, so maybe these job opportunities aren't going to come to fruition until I'm done. In the field that I'm going into, it doesn't seem like a lot of people hire out too far, so that was a little disappointing. But I will say that this teaches a lesson of like, you need to prioritize things at the right time. And I personally had to not learn that. I think we all should know that inherently, but definitely practice it a little bit more than I have been preaching in the past year. I think I'm pretty, I am a time management guy. I have been doing pretty good with it. All right. I won't lie. Like I'm not that bad at it. I just needed to take a little bit more time than normal, as well as just think some things about this channel, about what I was thinking about it. It's no secret that, my posting has been a little bit more inconsistent since the year started, right before the year ended. And it's got nothing to do with anything besides, life's coming, I gotta prepare. I really do love making videos. However, I do think I needed to make some changes. When it comes to this channel, it's been a great thing for me. Right? You've seen all the vlogs, you've seen all the different podcast guests I've had on, and I've really enjoyed the majority of what I've done here. However, I will say that in my time away from YouTube, I did think about some things a lot because I was like, all right, I'm not recording. I don't feel like I can have the energy to record and then edit and make it happen. I actually did a fair amount of vlog recording, like a decently fair amount. Like I have some footage. I have a lot of B-roll. I just really wanted to think about what I can do for this channel. And first and foremost, I love the podcast. The Bryce Productive Podcast has been awesome. We've got a lot of episodes. We got coming up the 37th, which would be exciting. The 36th was with Ahmed, who I enjoyed having on for a second time. And I've loved having guests on, and I love the people that I've met throughout this journey. But I gotta say this. Reinventing a chemistry every time I talked on the podcast was very draining. I'm somebody who likes to have social interactions with people in general. I like to talk. I like doing some self-podcasts, but they're not the same. Let's just get that out of the way. Doing a self-podcast was not really in the cards, I think, for me ever. Doing this, I'm talking by myself for the majority of these videos, and you guys hear me all the time anyways. But what I have to say is the fact that I have a most likely, very possible, yeah, pretty much, new co-host on the Rise Predictor podcast. It's been something I thought about for a while. Like early on, I had really good chemistry with Vince. I texted him a lot. Maybe we've not been in touch as of recently. We're both busy people, but you guys remember Vince Lou. I had great chemistry with him, and I very much enjoyed having him on the podcast. However, as I listened to more and more a lot of these podcasts, in my own, just exploration of self-development, just listening to people. Yeah, people have individual podcasts where they go out and they find different guests. And I want to still find guests on the podcasts. But for me, I like having someone to feed off of often. I like listening to that topic-based, discussion-based podcasts. And I think some of these people even have guests. You see Ali Abdaal, you see Thomas Frank and Martin Bamey in the Inforium still have guests sometimes, but they talk about a topic. And it's just two guys or two girls or whatever, it doesn't matter. The people are talking, and it's going well. Inventing the chemistry every time was draining. Inventing the ability to go and reach out to new people outside of like the odd nugget where I was really excited about it. I felt like some of it was forced, right? And I don't want to make it forced. I don't want to make anything on this channel forced. And I realized that I like doing the podcast. I like having chemistry with someone and talking about a topic. I like exploring these topics. And I found somebody in my personal life, one of my roommates, his name's Chance, who we recorded the first episode together. And honestly, it was a hit. It was probably my favorite one to record off the bat. We went over the amount of time that we had planned. We had so many topics that we can now talk about in the future, and it just seemed to work, right? So I just wanted to do this change because I realized in my time away that friction's a big thing. I've talked about it a lot on the channel, and friction causes you to not want to do things. Whether you have that mental friction or the physical friction. Like for example, I have a lavalier mic on right now because the physical friction of taking this blue snowball and setting it up, because I made this, I gave myself more friction regarding everything but voiceovers and podcasts by having this microphone be on that mount, which I love the microphone on the mount, don't get me wrong, but I can't undo it. I have like a microphone over there, like the blue snowball, etc. I had a lot of friction about wanting to do a lot of different things in my video process. Like, I gotta go find somebody else to reach out to. It's like a lot of work. I gotta go think of a million new topics. Like, I think volume-wise on my channel, I wasn't always overdoing it, but I was bordering it. And I don't want to get to the point of, I don't have any videos to make. I don't have any topics to talk about. I don't have anything I'm passionate about. I want to get back to the basics. I want to make videos that I'm passionate about, and then on top of that, make videos that can help people. And that's just what I'm going to do. Whatever happens from that is just the icing on the cake. This is honestly, I script a lot of videos. I do candid convos where there's a lot of like outlining in there. This is off the cuff, the majority of this. I'm not really going and saying anything but what's going on my mind right now. And as you can notice, I'm doing pretty okay with it because I think I have a clear picture of what quitting YouTube for 30 days did for me. And I've done all these 30-day challenges, and those will keep happening because I actually really do enjoy those. But I'm not gonna make them forced. I'm not gonna have to do it every month. I'm not gonna have to do anything. I wanna stick to a schedule in some regards. You're going to see consistent posting of the podcast. You're going to see a consistent video a week. And outside of that, it's icing on the cake. I really want you guys to understand that I am here. I am actually really excited to be making videos, and I'm going to manage to get rid of a lot of this friction. And I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me in the past nearly year of time I've been on YouTube. The support has been amazing, and I can't thank you enough. And to make it a little bit less about me, just quickly, remember in your own life, if you have something that you've been feeling and something that's, this is like a big part of my life. I love this thing. It's great, but I do think I need to step away from it for a bit to, reassess some things. That's okay. Do that. I think this little break I did from YouTube is really gonna make me happy in a lot of the different respects about like what I'm doing on the channel. Like, I don't really care about the views anymore. Like, I kind of had a phase, I'll be honest. I had a phase where like, yeah, the views and the likes were kind of, bothering me when it was going downhill. But like at this point, I just realized like, I want to make good videos. I want to have good discussions with my friend Chance and whoever we invite on the podcast to join us. And I want to make videos about topics I'm passionate about. And then everything good will come from it. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to do everything I can to help you guys build a better life. The Rise Productive Podcast will still have the same name. It's going to be kind of as Chance put it in the first episode you'll see soon, where productivity and philosophy and minimalism and all that kind of stuff meet. I think the name's kind of catchy still. If things need to change for some reason, cool. I will say that on top of that, I've always loved vlogging the most out of videos. Yeah, the 30-day challenges are good. I think those are good formal style of video, but I've loved vlogging the most. I think it's very fun. I very much enjoy the cooking. I very much enjoy the like whipping out my camera and just being like, hey, what's up? Like, this is what's going on in my day. I very much enjoy the walking down the street recording B-roll because it's like, yeah, that's the day. I love Casey Neistat. I've always loved that. I mean, I like filmmaking in general, but there's something about a vlog that I've always gravitated towards. And that, along with 30-day challenges and podcast clips, will be on this YouTube channel. You'll be seeing me exploring what it means to build a better life, as well as my new co-host and whoever else we decide to have on the channel. Could be doing collabs in the future. There's going to be a strategy in my mind towards making you guys the best content that I can to help build you a better life, but also helping me get that sort of sense of fulfillment just in each and every video, rather than trying to put out more content for any other reason than that. Also, the riseproductive.com website. I don't know why I put the in there. riseproductive.com. I'm getting back to that with the less amount of content maybe that I will be putting out regarding like, I don't need to think of a bunch of new topics. I really do miss writing on the blog. I did it for a very short period of time and then kind of got overwhelmed with like the YouTube success early on. I was like, I gotta focus on YouTube. I think all of it's good. I think I'm gonna go with what I'm passionate about, and I think the channel's been great. The blog was going to be great. It started off pretty hot, and I wrote an ebook, and then I kind of disregarded some things about it. But in the space that I want to go to in real life, I think it's good that I keep practicing those skills. So I expect blog posts. If you guys like blog posts, I'm gonna post. It's gonna be about similar topics, right, that I make the video about. I'm gonna make a video that I'm so passionate about each week, each 2 weeks, that you'll be like, okay, well, like he's writing more of his thoughts about it in the blog on top of the video, and that's great. That's perfect for me. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't know how long this took. Kind of just said a lot of things off the top of my mind with like a few points I had going into it. I really appreciate each and every one of you. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.